We've had a big year in 2024. We traveled to India, Sri Lanka, Africa, Europe, and Mexico. We've been home for an extended stay to take care of some family matters that needed our attention, but the new year is upon us and we're getting ready to head out again.
Now this year we analyzed our efforts on YouTube and our website, and we've made some big decisions about not only where we're going to travel next, but also in how we're going to deliver our content. We've been running and gunning for the past 5 years, and it's time for some changes to help us focus on what we truly love. Be sure to stay to the end for an exciting announcement about our community. So let's go.
We're John and Bev, and we are the Retirement Travelers.
Before we get started, we want to say a big thank you for helping us reach a major milestone of 100,000 subscribers this year. Thank you so much for subscribing and following along with us.
It's also been a big year on our website. We've learned so much and worked hard to make a beautiful, functional, and user-friendly site. It has a more significant learning curve than YouTube, so it's taken us longer to build and get it right. 2024 was a good growth year for us. We're pleased with our progress. We're continuing to work daily on it.
But really, we are just scratching the surface of what our website can offer, and we think we've found our calling. We want to use the combination of YouTube and our website going forward. If we can share our journey here on YouTube in a fun and entertaining way, at the same time provide more detail on our site to help you plan your trips better, we will have been successful in our efforts.
First, let's talk about where we're heading, and then we'll tell you about some changes we're making to our channel and community. Our first adventure is a 4-day Amtrak journey from Washington, D.C. all the way to Los Angeles on a sleeper train. It will be the longest continuous train trip we've ever taken, and we'll see how it goes. Now, once there, we're going to head to the Rose Bowl parade and hopefully a football game, if we can have some football tickets. Now, the parade has been on my bucket list since I was a little girl, so I'm really excited about it.
That's right. Now, after that, while we're in Los Angeles, we're taking a repositioning cruise to get back to Miami through the Panama Canal. Now, we've been to the Panama Canal, and we learned all about it on a tour, but we've never traversed it. So we'll get to do this on our way back to Miami. Bev's mom and sister will be joining us, so it should be very special.
After we return, we'll take off to do a deep dive into China. Now, it is not our first time to visit. We took our daughters there when they were in college, so we kind of understand the lay of the land. We can't say it was an easy country to navigate, and so we will try to tackle it again, and hopefully this time we'll come out on top.
Now, the language barrier was a problem last time. It was probably the hardest part, and we expect that to continue because our Chinese has not really gotten any better, okay? Only this time we do have an addiction to Google Maps and Google itself, and since both are illegal there, we might still struggle, so there's that. But we are better travelers now than we were 12 years ago, and we think we can manage. We're going to create travel guides on our website for each of the places and make videos along the way. So we hope this series will be intriguing and interesting.
After China, we're heading to Japan, which will be a new country for us, and we plan to travel to Kyoto, Osaka, and Tokyo. Now, we've heard so many wonderful things about traveling there, and we can't wait to experience it.
After this section of Japan, we're heading to South Korea. It's an excellent place for another deep dive. Now, we're going to be starting in the north and making our way south all the way down to Jeju Island. Now, it's a country we know very little about, so we are very eager to learn more. We have 6 cities on our itinerary.
After our time in Korea, we'll be heading back to Japan to visit the South, and then making our way back to Tokyo, where we'll be taking another repositioning cruise back to the States. We'll be boarding our first Viking cruise, traveling through the Alaskan islands and the mainland coast and ending in Vancouver. Now, we'd love to have company, so if you'd like to join us, send us a note and we'll send you the link. It will be happening in May, and we kind of think the more the merrier.
After that, we have some family travel scheduled for the summer, and we're taking our oldest grandson on his first solo trip. He's 9 years old and he's promised to write about his adventures, and we will undoubtedly vlog the experience as we go. He is a great kid and you're going to love him.
In the fall, we're heading to Europe. Over the next few years, we plan to include more European travel in our content, so this leg will include Belgium, Switzerland, Germany, a trip from Prague to Budapest with some fellow creators, and France. Now, we're visiting multiple cities in each country. Before coming home, we're taking a repositioning cruise back to the States, and then we're heading to South America to visit Machu Picchu and a few more bucket list places.
It's a big travel year for us, so let's talk about what is changing. First, editing our videos while we travel has been very difficult, especially on Bev. It's been a problem for two reasons. First, we edit on the road, and sometimes these can be very time-consuming edits. We usually stop to do this each week, and we dislike using a travel day to edit.
Now, the second problem for us is that the video and the companion article that we write for the website are months apart. Now, we usually write this piece once we return from the trip. Our goal is to give you all the details about a location, and we know the video can't convey everything we want to say. We want these two pieces to be in sync and get released on the same date.
To get everything together, we will hold our video content from Asia until we return to release a video and an article together. Now, we know that there's interest in these three Asian countries, and having both will make a better guide than just having one. Our website's an important piece of our content, and we want it to play an even bigger role in the future.
Our number one goal of travel is to have a great journey. Now, we want to spend more time in places visiting museums, taking excursions, and researching for a truly useful travel guide. We want to be immersed in a location without the distraction of editing or rushing the experience. Our travel guides have downloadable maps, restaurant recommendations, weather and climate information, public transportation links, and more. We need every minute we have in a location to gather these details.
This year, we stated that our how-to videos seem to get many more views than our travel vlogs, and we took that to mean that you don't enjoy our vlogs. However, we heard from many of you that you really do like them, so once again, much more of our content going forward will be vlogs. Bev is a very talented editor, and we've skipped so many cities that we wish we would have shared. Our blogs can't convey our personalities and our interactions in a location, so the vlog is very important to us. Another change we'll be making is that until June, we'll be releasing videos every other week. But this is only temporary. Once we return, we plan to release weekly again.
Deciding to vlog our travel days and not make as many how-to videos has caused us to consider that we might not grow at the same rate as we have over the past few years, and we're okay with that. As creators, it's very tempting to make videos that we know will get lots of views, but that was never our plan. Our goal from the start was to produce honest, trustworthy content that you could count on when you need information for planning your own trip.
Being home with our family has helped us to reset and refocus our energies. We've shared our knowledge through our travel school series, and we don't want to overdo this type of content. There are many channels giving you this type of content in overdrive, and many who are just copying what everyone else is saying. When the day comes for us to stop traveling, we want to know that we held tight to our principles and we didn't succumb to the cheap version of what we set out to do, but we continue to make a quality product that we could be proud of. So, our website, our channel, and our travels are going to stay focused on doing this.
This summer, we were guests on a creator podcast, The Cypress Room, and one of the hosts, Christina Mascari, another YouTuber, told us this.
Well, you have a spare bedroom. We have to go back to this because at the beginning, I was like, we have some big YouTubers here, and you guys were laughing. I think this probably was off camera. You're like, oh, the lies are beginning. And I'm like, no, wait. Because first of all, you've made it over 100,000 subscribers, not on shorts, which is a big deal. Okay.
It is.
Y'all need to know, y'all need to know that is very hard, and that your silver play button that you have is very well earned. And like, hearing this type of community that you have, it is rare. Yes, I need you to know that it's rare. to have people that want to meet you in person, that want to meet up. The reaching out, like what you are doing is special. So I don't ever want you to be like, oh, we're not, you are huge YouTubers, and the community you have is very deep and rich, and it's rare. So I want you to hear that, because I know a lot of YouTubers and I need you to hear that.
This made us feel so good, but what she didn't know is that we were in the middle of making this big decision to redirect our energies, and her comment helped to solidify our decision in a big way.
It challenged us to focus on our community and not on the growth of our channel only. Having a group of like-minded travel enthusiasts is more ideal to us than doubling our subscribers. If we grow or if we shrink, we're good as long as we've made thoughtful content.
So, after the podcast, we took it as a sign that we needed to jump into building a better community. We want to build a connection where we all can learn from each other, and we began brainstorming ways to do this. Our goal is to bring together people who share knowledge and information.
There are two ways we want to do this. The first is by creating a Facebook group called Retirement Travelers Community. Now, many creators make private groups that only their Patreon members can participate in. However, this didn't work for us because it creates a paywall that excludes some viewers from participating unless they offer financial support. Our goal has always been to be available to our audience, and we made it clear that if you have a question, we want you to feel that you can ask it. We'll make every effort to answer it.
So, while we've been able to answer the questions to us, we haven't provided a way for you to share your knowledge or ask the group questions. So we think this Facebook group will be a good way to address the void we have as a group. Now, we'll leave a link below. We invite you to share your travel pictures and itineraries, ask questions, answer questions, and lend your knowledge to the subject.
Now, this is a private group, but it is also free to everyone. We have a few rules, and we hope this will be another resource for you as you plan your next adventure or share your excitement about the places you've traveled. We went live with this last month, and we're off to a great start. Be sure to share it with your friends who love to travel. We'll be on it regularly, and we'll be asking questions and sharing there too.
The second part of this community building is that we plan to create some travel opportunities for our community. A trip where you travel with us in a raw sort of way on trains and public transportation, or perhaps we hop on a cruise or we take an organized tour together. We are in the early stages of this, but if this interests you, let us know so we can better understand the interest level. Now, we'll be talking about this in our Facebook community. We're looking at 2026, so leave a comment if you'd be up for something like this. We could also plan a trip for solo travelers too, since many of you say you're single or you have spouses that just don't want to travel. Just let us know.
We hope you like this new focus and will hang in there with us until we can start releasing our vlogs again this summer. We have some how-tos and general retirement travel topics coming up over the next few months. In the meantime, check the link below for our Facebook group and be sure you sign up for our newsletter.
We're spending our last few days of the year with our family before our next big adventure, and we hope you are as well. Our hearts are full of gratitude this year, and our entire family wishes you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We hope to see you out there. Here is some video of our time at home with our family, and we hope you enjoy seeing Papa Bear and Grammy Bear in our element.
Call the kids in from outside. Tell them that it's almost time. We've all been waiting for tonight. The table's set for dinner. Can't believe the year it's been. Thankful to be here again. Gather round and take a hand. Let's all say together we are grateful for these blessings, for good food with the ones we love, our plates and our hearts overflowing. At this table there's always enough. Tell us what you're thankful for, but don't talk when your mouth is past the roles, past the time as we remember favorite stories from our history of who we are and who we used to be. All different, but we're family, and family is forever. We are grateful for these blessings, for good food with the ones we love, our plates and our hearts overflowing. At this table there's always enough. Bring out the pies and little forks. I hope you save some room for more. We laugh until our cheeks are sore, 'cause we just can't keep from smiling as we look around in every chair at the loved ones who have gathered here, reminding us of what we share. A reason for Thanksgiving. We are grateful for these blessings, for good food with the ones we love, our plates and our hearts overflowing as we watch our family growing. There's a sweet kind of comfort in knowing at this table there's always enough.
Be sure to hit subscribe and follow along on our retirement journey around the world.